Kia ora whānau. I'm just out for a bit of a walkabout in the mighty Christchurch, Otatahi. I'm just in the van about to step out. I've done this video a couple of times already, showing you some underground Christchurch music venues. But being new, I think I forgot to turn the mic on. This looks like it's flashing away now. There's been people out already. Being new to it, it's quite different. So it's kind of cool, but kind of a bit weird too. But I just wanted to show you some of the underground music venues, have a little bit of chat about them. So the first one that we play at a lot is the Embankment. I'll just show you. So the Embankment is on Ferry Road, on the corner, and it's been here for a lot of years. You know, it was, back in the day, it was a fairly dodgy pub. But, you know, they've turned it around and they have a lot of music, live music there. So it's brilliant. So really, myself and our band, Hickory's Cult, we've played here a number of times. Seen a lot of other bands here as well. So really cool, good starting venue, and they support music really well, you know, every Friday, Saturday night. And so if you come to Christchurch, get off the routes, get down Ferry Road, and the Embankment is a viable option. Always good. Pub scene, locals in there, everyone's pretty straight up when it comes to music nights. So that's the Embankment, corner of Ferry Road and Phillip Street. As you can tell, a bit of gaming going on already, so I've had a couple of locals sort of looking at me weird, so nice and early. What is it? 9:45. Got to get your gambling in that in if you're into that, eh? Right, on to the next lot. Okay, guys. So now we've moved on down to St Asaph Street, and St Asaph Street has a little hub. The sad thing is there's a lot of apartments going up next to the cool venues. And what that does is it's causing some issues around sound. Of course, the council didn't really get involved in that too well. As we know, people like to move when they get into the place. But let's hope they don't. But there's been some submissions, so we'll see. Okay, so the first one is Space Academy. So we'll go across and have a look at it. It's got a fairly flourishing, I try not to kill myself across the road, fairly flourishing indie scene, and it's got amazing pizza. So Space Academy, come down here, down the side door is how you get in. Beer, pizza, music, let's have a look. So there's some of the bands and things like that you would see here. Okay, so it's probably 5 minutes from St Asaph Street, so it's not very far at all. Sorry, from Ferry Road where I just was, so it's not very far away. Now, sadly, a closed down one which was played here a couple of times as well, and that's 12 Bar. You know, I don't think they'll have a poster with us on it, but it's a really cool venue, and you never know, if they've got an Imperial Slave one in there, they might do. Oh, we're not on that one, even if you can even see it in the dark there. But yeah, we played in here. It was mightily cool. So that's 12 Bar, it's gone, obviously. I guess with apartments and everything going in, they called it quits before then, worried about that. Okay, so and we sort of moved down, sadly, between 12 Bar and the next one, which is Dark Green, is this. More apartments going in right next door to the Dark Room, and this is one of our favourites of Christchurch music scene. So we all know the Dark Room, you know, massive supporter. There's bands for Gene, for example, you know, so they do lots of cool things like that. So then they have the art hole in here. So if you've never been to Christchurch, again, Dark Room, Space Academy on St Asaph Street. About halfway down at night, there's always parking. It's not far of a walk, you know. And again, so many Christchurch bands, so many friends and bands that play in these places, and they could do if you support. And so if you're visiting Christchurch, all the rest of it, again, get off the beaten track. You know, it's well worthwhile. So anyway, peace out. Talk soon. You'll all know about it. I think it's fantastic for Christchurch. Te Kaha, it's absolutely epic, right? This is a venue that we're all excited about. Well, you know, those of us who are excited about it, I guess, and those who aren't. Te Kaha, it's going to be sick. It should hopefully bring some massive bands to Christchurch, and it doesn't really fit the underground scene because it'll be the massive scene. So behind, Te Kaha is going to be running on Barbados, between Barbados and Madras Street. Litchfield Street, as you'll see in a minute, no longer runs between it, if you're a Christchurch person. Yep. Street sign there, so no longer. I don't know if there's a street sign there. So yeah, we're just wandering around. Behind where I am now, on the far behind me anyway, is Latimer Square, where we played, actually I played J-Day there. It's so they have that, and bands every year. Not really a venue as such, I guess. But yeah, so that's Te Kaha. You know, it is pretty awesome. And I guess I'm just, sorry, and the other thing, I guess I'm just getting rid of the view, whether you see down or above me, but we'll see. But we'll cross the street because we'll go and have a look at another one, which I'm quite interested in. And I'm running because I'm just about dying. So the other one along here used to be called Arcadia. It's now called Galaxy Bar. And we've played there a couple of times. And they're good music venue supporters. And they're starting to have a lot more music and a lot more heavy music, because that's the other thing, like Space Academy don't have a lot of heavy metal and stuff like that. Actually, I'm going to cut back across. I'm all about killing myself today. With the traffic on Barbados Street, everyone knows it's a one-way street. So let me just point to you two. So the pointed building there, that's Arcadia, or Galaxy Bar as they're calling it now. So they still have gaming machines, I think, or they may have moved to another site. But it's also another venue right next to Kaha. We'll just walk along here because I've seen the sign. So again, not even 5 minutes from St Asaph Street, around the corner. And this is our amazing view. So this is Cardboard Cathedral where I was talking. Latimer Square's down here. The CTV building was down here if you're familiar with the earthquake's sad location. So yeah, check it out. It's some more of our live music scene. Cheers. Okay guys, we'll try a bit more confidence, get a bit more of a view really. So here we are at the Rolling Stone. Yeah, one of my favourite venues in Christchurch. It absolutely is brilliant. So we've played here a couple of times, seen a lot of good bands. Best stage in Christchurch. So come and support it. I see it's closed and nice and easy, and you can't go too far wrong. So Rolling Stone, if you know Christchurch, sex shop across the corner, and then obviously walking down, you've got Music Works next door. So it's a busy old place now. Yeah. So, but a Rolling Stone, well and truly the best microphone, best stage in Christchurch. Not microphone, I don't know why I said that. Probably got some good mics too. Music Works certainly have. So get amongst it. Yeah, Rolling Stone. Highly recommended. Not far from town too, if you're staying in there, where most people do. Yeah, and what I was going to say, really, it's just an amazing venue and some really good bands, and a capacity of about 150. I haven't spoken about the capacities of some of these rooms, places. So Space Academy, I'm guessing around 80 to 100. Darkroom, same. Sold out. Often doesn't get that way. You know, Embankment, I don't know, 60, 70. I have a feeling Rolling Stone might be closer to 120. So, okay, so that's Colombo Street. Yeah, get to it. So again, they're all really close, and if you're staying in town, have a look at these places because they often have really good music on. So that's the Rolling Stone. Now I'll just show you another couple of places before I head over to the mighty Littleton. Cheers, peace out. Okay guys, I'm just heading up through the Littleton Tunnel, so those of you in Christchurch probably haven't seen it now. It is resting on the front of the dash, so to be safe driving wise, it will be on potentially a bit of a funny angle. We'll try and get that set up the best we can do, but yeah, we'll see what that looks like before I chuck it in the video. But I just wanted to say, look, these aren't all the Christchurch venues, but these are ones that support live music, you know, and they are really important to us because there's a lot that don't. There's a lot of pubs that are just all about the covers bands, let's face it. Punters like to hear, I'm not even going to name some of the songs that are repetitively bashed out there, but the musicians that put in the time and the effort really need your support, and there's something for everyone generally. You know, some of my best friends' bands are punk, all sorts of stuff. So, you know, off the top of my head, there's 10 Tripper, who are absolute legends, Plague of the Fallen, who are heavy, Blindfolded that led to the Woods, Organectomy, Extorted, Snake Behaviour, Our Band, Hecate's Cult. There's so many, and we really we do it for the fun of it, right? We don't do it to make money. That's just the way it is. So this video has been really good for me. There's probably a lot of you know, pauses. I'm trying to think a little bit different. Some things to work on, obviously, videography, skills and bits and pieces. Not for the 50 people that are going to see it, it doesn't really matter too much. But I want to show you that there's a pretty cool venues around Christchurch. And I'm not talking about Town Hall, Isaac Theatre Royal, Wolfbrook Arena, or what it's called at the moment. There's so many more that just come to mind that I can't even really talk about. I just went past Churchill's. There's another pub very similar to Embankment. There's good supporters of music, then the change of owners, and then the new owners having some heavy bands back there as well. So really, really cool stuff. And the thing about Christchurch is it's an epic place. I've lived here most of my life, a couple of stints out of town, and I can't, you know, not really say anything bad too much about it. Yeah, it's got big city issues, it's got the standard stuff you hear about everywhere, negative people doing this, but Christchurch is going off. We haven't even touched on some of the normality things really when it's based on it. So we're just going into the Littleton Tunnel now, if you're not familiar. Pretty cool place, little story. I don't want to bore you too much, but I actually did some tiling years ago in here on the roof. Some trucks drove in, ignored the sensors, and what do you know, stuck, let down tiles, dragged out, tiles need to replace them. But I was just a young chappy then, things have moved on. So yep, travelling through the Littleton Tunnel. I'll go quiet now so I can cut some of it out. So here we are, it's cold, take the sunnies off, and that's the reason I haven't been walking around town. Well, not obviously over to Littleton, but it's too cold. So we'll have a bit of a look first, and I'll just show you these two. Check this out though. How cool is that? Wee container at the front. Okay, so down the back of the drive, plenty of visibility with the Wonder Bar. So the Wonder Bar is actually in the top corner down the back there, and I'm not going to go down there. It's a walk down there, and it's a pretty steep climb up there, and very, very cool. But Littleton's a neat place. Okay, so then of course around the corner we have Loons. So just one thing on the Wonder Bar, it's actually got a back room, and it did have a piece of Berlin wall there, so it's really cool. If you haven't been to Littleton, check this out. Okay, so, and the Loons. You know, this is the entrance to it. It's actually a bigger venue to play, about 150 people. So It's really quite cool. But Littleton you need to get over to. Me and crossing roads of cars at the moment. Alrighty, I'm just getting across the road. There's some lady that's trying to kill everyone, including myself. Okay, so Littleton. So here we are. Ships in port. Get over here. Now it's a bit of a journey across the hill, and that's it. You know, it's always going to be a journey across the hill. It's yeah, but it's worth it. It really is. It's a nice wee place, fun to be, and the bands really appreciate it when you get over here. You know, Wunderbar, Loons, get here now. Hi team, yeah, so that's a few of the gig venues in Christchurch. What do we do? Embankment, Darkroom, Space Academy, Arcadia, Takaha, a Rolling Stone. Talked about Churchill's briefly, over to Littleton, to Wunderbar, Loons. There's quite a few venues, but they are all in danger, not being supported properly, not having noise restrictions forced on them, time frames like that. Takaha is going to be mega. I imagine that they have a cut-off of 10 o'clock, or 10:30, so that the oldies can keep their ears intact, especially when they're moving to Christchurch. But that's all other stories, right? It's each to their own. That's battles I don't need to worry about. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed just a wee look around. I've just parked up down at the port in Littleton, and just to show you, finish off there, you know, my trusty steed Van West here has brought me over here. Thanks Van West. Van West, Jew legend, and just a nice wee trip around. So I'll just show you what I'm looking at. This is a marvellous place to come and see. So get over here and have a sit there. If you like what I'm doing, I know I'm just very amateur in comparison to some... Ooh, watch that, it's gone! In comparison to some people. I'm just trying to say that anyone can actually make some videos for their future, for their whānau and family, and bits and pieces to see and get out there, even with our great beards. Yeah, so please subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Now, he's at a hard road, but he's a good dude. Now, Christchurch, yep, lots of live music, lots of great bands, and really professional level bands too. That just don't get heard often. You know, it's a busy scene out there. There's a big world of musicians and things, so it is really for the fun of it. No one ever thinks they're going to be mega stars, and the ones that do isolate themselves pretty quick. But stories for another day and things we can talk about. So please hit like and subscribe, and I will keep doing some videos for the 50 of you that choose to watch. Thanks again. Peace and love.